We're back. I'm Tina Trenner. This is Tina and Friends. And of course, my friends are Larry Harrison, our insurance guru, and our wonderful attorney, Anthony Barney, who always just sort of says it just right. I've kicked him under the desk a couple times, but that's okay. That's okay. He can take a joke. One of the things that was just released today from the General Accounting Office. Now, if you pay attention to government, you know that one of the few things that functions correctly in government is the GAO. They just do accounting. You know, 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4. They just do the numbers. So they just issued a scathing report about the fact that the government is just losing complete control of the finances, building the fence down on the Mexican border. My question to you is, if these people can't be trusted to build a fence, how can you trust them with your health care? They can't even get it right on a fence. I'll go build a fence. I'll bring it in under budget, I promise you. What kind of idiots are these? All right, guys, I mean, it makes me crazy. Now, one more thing about the lawsuit of Levine there. The state of Idaho has come out and said that they are going to sue the federal government because they do not think that their citizens, I don't want to have to move to Idaho, but you never know, that they don't want their citizens to be mandated to pay for something. They're going to get away with that one? What do you think? Well, there are 44 states that have said they might do it.
I think Idaho would probably lose.
Okay, what if all the states got together that said they're going to do it? I know Texas, Louisiana, I know how to say that, Louisiana.
I think we might have 44 losses.
Ooh. But if doesn't the 10th Amendment protect the states?
Yes, to a certain degree, yes.
Just not from Comrade Obama. Okay, let's move on, guys. You were saying, Larry?
Well, we were talking about people being responsible, taking responsibility for themselves. You know, states have to take responsibility for themselves and their budgets. And the United States government is supposed to take responsibility for their budgets. And, you know, what I'm talking about is responsible people borrow money and they pay it back.
Yes, they do.
And they're not supposed to borrow more money than what they are capable of paying back. Well, we've lost a lot of that, and I think that attitudes are passed down, not passed up, as we look at our federal government and the amounts of money that we're borrowing or that China is subsidizing for us. It's really frightening. In light of the fact that we're not doing manufacturing in this country anymore, all of our manufacturing has left, and we need to be able to bring some of this back. We need to bring it back. We need to be able to put ourselves on some sort of a fiscal budget and live within that, and we're not doing it from the White House down.
Okay, so here's what I'm saying. If you have intelligent people, I'm not saying that people in Washington aren't intelligent.
No,
well, they're up to something, but they're not, you know, they're intelligent. How does someone that is in office actually get us to this point? I mean, they break it and then they go, elect me and I'll fix it. And they've broken it so bad this time that how do we even recover? How do we recover from this?
Well, I think we could take a good lesson from what's going on with the euro and Greece. We've got Greece, who had a series of governments take over from the prior government. We've discussed this in past shows, that essentially lays the blame at the prior government's feet. And yet they've spent themselves into a point where they are facing a default in their currency. And we see the same thing on the horizon for the United States. Moody's the other day indicated that the United States and Great Britain, they were considering downgrading their credit. That would be catastrophic.
That's absolutely unbelievable because the interest rates go up when your credit score goes down.
Correct. The amount that we would have to pay in interest as a nation would increase as a result of our downgraded credit rating. And that is a concern for many, not just in the United States, but around the globe, as we see what's going on right now with the euro and Greece and all of the problems that they are having as a result of their failure to recognize and spend the public funds judiciously.
Right now, in Mexico, interest rates are at 15%. You know, we're talking about
right.
You know, that is something that we've experienced here in this
Jimmy
country.
Carter was the last time we had that kind of interest rates.
That's right. That's right. But it's happening today, and it's kind of hard for us to believe when we're here at zero, as far as, time
Yeah,
is
but
at zero.
it's a fake zero.
Everything seems to be fake
Everything's
these days.
fake. And don't you wonder what they're up to? You see, all you have to do is just sort of step back and take a look and know that these people are intelligent. They're either the biggest dummies in the world or they're up to something. I'm saying they're intelligent and they're up to something. And you know what? We're getting fleeced. If someone broke into your house, and you're sitting there watching TV, some guy kicks in the door and starts to take your flat screen, you might shoot him. You might. They're stealing your country. You better get involved. I tell you all the time, I want you to be in my army. I want you to arm yourself with your telephone and your emails because we have to take this country back. Nobody can look at what's going on today and think that this is normal, rational thought. Somebody somewhere is making it good. And my dad always said to me, if it's complicated, somebody's up to something. That's why that 2,700 page bill, they're up to something.
Right.
You agree with that?
Oh yeah, there's no question. And right now when we're talking about the fiscal responsibilities of this country, if we were to start addressing the financial aspects of what needs to be done, and we've been assured by the White House that they will, well, not this year. We're going to table it after we spend after we spend another $1 trillion. But the way that it is today, it would take us 15 years to get back to where we were just a couple of years ago. And these are notes that I took when we were having speakers back in Washington last week. Lynn Nichols, extremely bright economist that has been an economist for the Clinton administration. And he's extremely concerned. And if you want to look him up, I got to tell you, he's one of the brightest minds that Washington has to offer.
So you can just Google Lynn Nichols?
Yep, Nichols.
Well, we're coming up on one of our lovely breaks. We have those every
let's
so
do
often.
that.
So, but there's a lot of other questions that I want to do because I truly believe that we have a short, very small window of opportunity to take this country back. That's what this show is about, giving you the information. We'll be right back.